Kelsey and Jamie were suddenly jolted awake in the middle of the night by a series of strange noises coming from downstairs. The sounds were unsettling, like faint footsteps and soft creaking, as if someone was moving around the house who definitely shouldn't have been there. Jamie was in deep sleep and dealing with a nasty illness, so Kelsey didn't want to disturb him. Summoning her courage, she grabbed her phone and decided to go check it out on her own. What she captured next was truly bone-chilling.
Okay, guys, it's after 2 in the morning, and I just got up. Jamie's still... What in the hell? Jamie's still asleep. Oh my god, oh my god. These cupboards, I'm so afraid of them opening. I'm just gonna shut the water off here. Oh my god. I just shut that off and that is rolling. Look at this thing. It's rocking back and forth. Oh my god. Leave me alone. Jamie?
It became quickly apparent that no intruder had broken in, but something far more disturbing had. A poltergeist seemed to be behind the disturbances, and this home had never shown signs of supernatural activity until now. Both Kelsey and Jamie were complete strangers to ghostly encounters, which made the event even more terrifying. Kelsey was visibly shaken by the experience and immediately told Jamie what she saw. Unsure of what steps to take and with no experience dealing with paranormal entities, the couple decided to simply hide beneath their blankets. That night, and for several more to come, sleep became a difficult task. A team of night security guards was startled by loud banging noises coming from the floor right above them. Curious and slightly alarmed, they immediately turned to the security cameras for answers. At first, they figured it was just a late-working employee causing the commotion. But then, it hit them. Only 8 staff members were on duty that night, and all of them were scheduled to be across the complex in the other building. That's when the unease kicked in. Could it be an intruder? Or had something far more sinister slipped past the gates? When they reviewed the footage, they were stunned. There was absolutely nothing up there. No person, no movement, just an empty, silent room. Still trying to stay rational, the guards assumed maybe a shelf had collapsed on its own. But before they could even finish that thought, something chilling unfolded. Lockers began shaking. A wheelchair moved entirely on its own, and the air grew heavy. This wasn't a prank or break-in. This was paranormal activity in full force. Some say it was a restless spirit trying to make contact. Others believe it was something demonic. Whatever it was, it left no room for doubt. They were dealing with a true haunting. This creepy footage is from a person named Daniel, who had recently gone through a divorce. Still adjusting to the loneliness of living alone, he managed to keep things together, until something unseen decided to make his life even harder. A ghostly presence began tormenting him for no reason. Daniel had never believed in the supernatural, nor had he ever experienced anything close to paranormal activity. But then something unexplainable happened.
Okay. I've seen this cabinet before, but it hasn't opened since the last time I recorded it opening, because I walked into the kitchen to the refrigerator and I was walking past it and I got about right here and it went and opened behind me and scared the crap out of it. Got my heart thumping, let's put it that way. Because you don't expect that sound as you're walking by and so close to you. But it hasn't opened since, and I can jump up and down and it won't open. See, I'm banging on the floor and it still won't open anymore. I don't know, that's weird. And the refrigerator's been making a god-awful noise. It used to make another god-awful noise, like the fan bearings were screeching, and it was just such a loud whistle. Sometimes I'd just unplug it. But sometimes I could unplug it and plug it back in, and it would stop doing it. But now it's making this, whoa! Okay, see, I didn't even move. I wasn't even moving. That's the first time that's happened since the last time. Okay, it's got to be a bed bearing, but I wasn't moving. Look at that. It's closed, and there's nothing on the edge. There's nothing on the edge that would, like here on this edge, that would push it out. And there's the magnet clip. See, that snap's closed. All right. See? That's the freaking noise. Oh my freaking God. All right. Creepy crap going on in the house. Oh, man. All right. I just wanted to show you that. And I got both of them. Awesome. At the same time. Whew. Still closed. Nothing. Come on, open it again. Let me see, open it again. Come on. I'll even move around. Jumping up and down. Banging on the floor, stomping my...
According to Daniel, the first terrifying incident occurred off camera, which frustrated him deeply as he couldn't prove what had happened. Even worse, he kept hearing strange sounds he couldn't identify, adding fuel to his growing fear. With each passing night, the haunting grew harder to ignore. Still, Daniel refused to back down, enduring the disturbance as best he could. Then, as suddenly as it began, the paranormal events just stopped. No explanation, no final scare. He considers himself incredibly lucky. Most victims of scary encounters like this aren't nearly as fortunate as him. But what do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. On June 13th, 2025, a woman named Meg finally decided to release a video that she had kept hidden for over 6 years. She'd been reluctant to show it to anyone, and once you see it, you'll understand why. It deeply unsettles her to this day. At first glance, the clip seems harmless, just a quick moment she filmed of her brother passed out on the couch the night before his wedding. It was meant to be a lighthearted memory, something to laugh about later. But little did Meg know that innocent recording would turn into a terrifying experience she'd never forget. Because when she later reviewed the footage, she spotted something chilling in the background. What makes this particularly disturbing is the fact that only Meg, her cousin, and her soon-to-be sister-in-law were in the house that night, and both of them insisted it wasn't them. Like her brother, they'd been knocked out after a night of celebration. But the figure that appears in the footage doesn't look human. You can make out a head and upper body, yet there are no legs, just a dark form, hovering in the air, before vanishing into nothing. Someone later enhanced the image and posted a terrifying illustration of what the entity might have looked like, and it's nightmare fuel. Even creepier is the way the figure seems to move, its arms twitching in an unnatural, almost insect-like motion, whether it was a ghost, a shadow being, or something else entirely. Meg is convinced this wasn't just a trick of the light. So what do you think? Was this a real ghost caught on camera, or is there another explanation hiding in plain sight? A mother named Kristen was understandably shaken after what she saw on her baby monitor. It was just after 1 p.m. when she placed her daughter in the playpen and turned on her favorite YouTube video to keep her entertained. This was part of Kristen's normal routine. She'd often play videos for her child while she tackled chores around the house. On this day, she was doing laundry in the basement, but while she was away, something extremely unsettling took place in the bedroom. Upon reviewing the monitor footage later, she noticed her daughter suddenly turning to stare at the doorway, then blowing kisses as if greeting someone. Kristen was still downstairs the entire time. So who was her daughter interacting with? From the video, it's clear the little girl is reacting to someone or something, though the house was empty except for Kristen. But what really disturbed her was what happened next. A bottle stem mysteriously appeared in the playpen. Her daughter picks it up and starts chewing on it. Moments later, another baby bottle comes flying and hits the outside of the playpen. Alarmed, Kristen posted a follow-up video, sharing more details about the unexplained paranormal activity.
Okay, so this is my daughter's playpen that she was in when the bottle thing happened. So she was standing right here. The stem would have fallen about here. And as you can see, like directly in front of that on the other side is the toy bin where the bottle had landed. It landed about here. There's nothing around that the bottles could have come from, especially because like they landed straight down. So there's a little dresser, and then over there, in there is where the dressing room is, which is where the bottles were, where I put everything before I went downstairs to take everything out. So really no explanation. There's the monitor that caught it.
Watching the footage raises a chilling question. How did two separate objects located far from the playpen end up tossed toward it on their own? Kristen still doesn't have an answer. Her grandmother suggested that it might have been the spirit of Kristen's late mother, trying to help by letting them know the baby was hungry. It's a comforting theory, but Kristen isn't convinced. To this day, she remains disturbed and confused by what the baby monitor captured. What exactly was her daughter seeing? And who, or what, was behind it? A man lives alone. For several nights, he kept hearing the unsettling sound of a woman laughing, coming from different rooms in his apartment. Every time he checked, no one was there. At first, he thought he was just imagining it, until things escalated. He began seeing what looked like an elderly woman slowly moving through his home. It became a nightly occurrence. Friends brushed it off as a joke, so the next time he heard the cackling, he grabbed his phone to document what was happening. What he recorded is the stuff of nightmares. In the video, a shadowy figure can be seen standing silently in his living room. But when he turns back to look again, the figure's face is now staring directly at him. Terrified, he looks away, but when he glances back, it's gone. Or so he thinks. As he scans the room, the figure suddenly appears much closer, almost within reach. In a panic, he runs, but the terror isn't over. As he swings open a door, the dark figure is right in front of him. He slams it shut, opens it again. Nothing. Then, checking the living room one final time, the face suddenly reappears inches from the lens, and that's where the footage cuts off. Whether real or staged, this paranormal video delivers a powerful scare. One thing's certain, ghost encounter or not, but this one's really scary. Brandon worked alone in night shift, patrolling a quiet shopping mall all by himself, making sure everything was locked up tight. One particular night, while making his usual rounds, he stepped inside a dimly lit supermarket and decided to record a quick video to show what night duty was really like. But what his camera picked up instead was something far more disturbing. Watch closely.
Son estos. El Santo versión Spider-Man. La película de las lesbianas 2.0. ¿Qué cojones? Amigos, no es broma, no hice cortes ni nada. Estaba con los juguetes y de repente se cayó una no sé si alcanza a ver, una mercancía sola. De hecho se escuchó cuando andaba con el boss Yogurt Light. Y esto no fue coña, amigos, esto se cayó solo de verdad. Y estoy un poco asustado porque no suele pasarme esto mucho. De repente sí se escuchan cosas raras y así, pero no es algo que digas, uy, qué miedo. Por lo regular, pues a todo le encuentro una lógica de por qué pasa, pero esto me sacó de onda así muy de repente. Y ustedes mismos lo escucharon, no sé si se alcanzó a escuchar en el video.
As Brandon focused the camera on a toy display, a group of boxes behind him suddenly tumbled off the shelf, without anyone nearby. The noise startled him, especially since he knew the building was completely empty. He brushed it off as a strange coincidence and didn't think much over it. But things took a dark turn days later when he got home, starting with his dog's bizarre behavior. His dog began acting nervous and distant, often staring at Brandon from behind furniture or from across the room, like it no longer recognized him. Ever since that shift, the dog seemed afraid of its own owner, as if something sinister had returned home with him. Some kind of energy, maybe something from beyond. It was almost as if a ghost or dark presence had latched onto Brandon and followed him back into his normal life.
Akira, Te quiero preguntar algo. Siéntate. Oye, Akira, ¿eres un nahual? ¿Es cierto que eres un nahual? ¿O es mentira? ¿Eres un nahual? Akira, ¿por qué no volteas a verme? ¿Eres un nahual? Ni siquiera me volteé a ver. Akira, y ni siquiera hay nada que esté viendo para que digas está viendo algo, ¿no? Simplemente me quitas la mirada.
After Brandon uploaded the video, several viewers noticed something spine-chilling. Near the end of the footage, the dog keeps glancing toward the staircase, fixated on something invisible to the naked eye.
Bestia, hasta ahorita me vengo enterando desde que subí ese video de. De eso que se alcanza a ver al fondo. La verdad es que ni siquiera me había dado cuenta, o sea, leía sus comentarios y todo, pero no llegué a leer comentarios sobre lo que se veía ahí. Y es que supuestamente es como una cara malformada, pero no recuerdo haber tenido nada, absolutamente nada ahí.
If you look closely, you can make out what appears to be a pale, eerie face lurking in the shadows near the stairs, just standing there, watching. The dog seemed to lock eyes with it. Brandon hadn't seen anything while filming, only noticing it after he had already moved out. He swears there was never anything there that could resemble a face. Some believe the entity from the store came home with him. A real haunting? Or just coincidence? That's for you to decide. Roane used to love the peace working from home, until the peace turned into pure terror. Strange sounds had begun drifting through his house at night, whispers, creaks, unsettling bumps. At first he brushed them off, but the noises kept returning, growing bolder. Finally, hoping to prove he wasn't imagining things, he grabbed his phone and hit record. What he captured left him frozen in fear.
Hello?
Weird sounds are one thing, but how do you explain a cabinet door swinging open on its own? Roane insisted he was completely alone in the house. There was no one hiding nearby, and no string tricks to blame. After witnessing this, he wasted no time. He packed a bag and went to stay with family. But eventually, he had to return to clean up. Already anxious, he decided to record again while doing dishes, just in case something else happened. What he caught next was even more disturbing. As he later explained in the video description, he didn't notice anything odd until reviewing the footage. But there it was, Another cabinet creaking open, and a pack of cookies suddenly falling, right when his head blocked the only visible corner where someone could tamper with it. Suspicious? Maybe. But how do you attach a string to a bag of cookies without making it obvious? Soon after, Roane announced he was selling the house. Can you really blame him? Skeptics flooded the comments, accusing him of faking the clips, especially a few where wires seemed visible near opening drawers. But then, he posted this.
Hey guys, another sleepless night here, but I wanted to make this video real quick to address some things people are saying about my videos. In particular, that there's a cord wrapped around the drawer, saying that my videos are fake. I'm telling you, the toll it's taken on me is not fake. Here's the drawer, the infamous cord. It's my phone charger. I'll keep it here because you can access it from my bed. Apparently people are saying that it was used to open the drawer from over here, and that it's not visible later in the video when I close the drawer. If you look, it is certainly visible. I don't know. People just think everything they see on the internet is fake. But for those of you that are showing me love, thank you. And I'll continue to keep posting updates as they happen. Thank you.
In that update, Roane revealed he'd started therapy to cope with the strange activity. He also challenged the critics, pointing out that a phone charger, as some suggested, couldn't have been used to pull the drawer from that distance. So what do you think? Is Roane truly living with an aggressive poltergeist that enjoys making a mess, or is this just a hoax? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.